Hello and welcome to the Spring Fling here on twitch.tv/DDO stream. We're in spring, right? It is officially spring?
I think it
No,
I
is.
don't
I think
think
it's
so.
next week.
Oh, next week. Okay.
It's the 21st. It's always the 21st.
Welcome to the pre-spring fling on twitch.tv/DDO stream. Don't forget to give us a follow if you would like to be notified for when we are going live with shows just like this one. You can also check out our nifty calendar when we are not streaming live over on our main image page on twitch.tv/DDO stream. We have a pretty interesting looking image up there. And we do have our calendar as well, even when we are live streaming on our main channel page as well. What is the Spring Fling? Well, it is a show that's going to be ending fairly soon on a high note, or a low note, or a dead note. But we'll find out soon enough. And we are also streaming on multiple other pages, including Bonnie Bew, Lessa 101, and Samus Garobo. So if you do multi-twitch.tv/ all of our usernames, you can sort of see a multi-camera perspective of the goings on, which is every Wednesday, starting at 1:30 for at least the next probably 2 weeks, I would think. Something like that. So let me get to some introductions. First up is Lessa. How you doing, Lessa?
Hey, Jerry, I am among the living.
Indeed, we appreciate having you here. And, I guess we were just going to say that we do have plans to wrap up the spring fling. This was never meant to be. Actually, it was only going to be a spring thing
it was
originally.
only supposed to be the summer, and then
Summer.
suddenly
Oh,
it's
summer,
a
there you
year
go.
fling.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, it's just because it was a.
It was so much fun.
Yeah,
We
it
wanted
was
to keep
fun.
going.
And people seem to like it. So there you go. But as with many good things, this is coming to an end. So we just frankly all have our own things we need to do and our own schedules to keep, and getting together every Wednesday at 1:30 in the afternoon can be a little tricky. So time to call it a show and move on to other things. Uh, Otherwise, Cocktail Hour's been cooking along, I know that. And you can
Yep.
find all sorts of stuff about Lessa and the Damsels of DDO on ddlcocktailhour.com. Also on ddlcocktailhour.com is Samus Garobo. How you doing, Samus?
Well, not too bad.
You know, I coined a term, the Samus Garobo special during the noontime stream today.
Oh, did you?
What do you think that is?
Did you pant somebody?
No, it was the Great Axe Master's Touch combo, because you're the one who first told me about that.
It's true.
And so but you didn't invent that, right? At least not that I know of.
I bet you I did.
You can take credit for it if you want. That
I
works.
bet I did. I mean, I played Dungeons and Dragons for a long time, not just on DDO. I think I started doing that back in first edition, having my wizards run around with the Great Axe.
Nice. Also with us here is Bonnie Bew. How you doing, Bonnie?
I'm doing awesome.
And just because your name doesn't entirely match up, you are Primsy in game, for those who don't know.
Yes, I am.
So what's been going on with you?
I've been having a great time. I've been streaming some. I got to raid with the Blood Assassins on Argonesson last Saturday, so that was fun. And I'm also really excited to hear there's going to be another XP bonus weekend. That there's going to be bonus heroic XP this weekend.
Yeah, and +1 loot.
I've been going crazy. I went crazy about the epic bonus XP last weekend, so yay!
Nice. And then finally, rounding out the spring fling here is Vagabond. How you doing, Vagabond?
I'm doing well.
Thanks for being here. All right, what are we doing? Like I said, we are going to wrap up our show here by running the Shroud. We are, however, not at all flagged for the Shroud, so we are first going to flag for the Shroud, and then we are going to run the Shroud. And then our characters are going to scatter off into whatever decisions we choose to make with them. Except, like I said, I told them just before the stream, I think I'm going to raise the stakes. And I hope this isn't an ethical issue, because I haven't checked with customer service, but I think I can do it anyway as long as everyone agrees and we're all on the live stream. And that is, if you die in the Shroud outside of the section of the Shroud where you automatically die, then I log into my admin character and I target you and I delete you from the server.
Well,
Yes!
some of us have more invested in that than others.
That's true. That's true. Perhaps maybe I shouldn't do that, huh?
No, I don't think it's fair to Primsy.
I think it's fair to Vagabond.
Okay, well maybe I could do something else then.
No, it's
Totally fair for Samus, though.
Totally fair for Samus.
I know. How did you drag him into it?
It's not his. He doesn't play on the server except for this, right?
Doesn't mean I didn't spend my hard-earned turbine points and love my little character.
That's true.
Okay, well, maybe. See, I was of the
I
impression
had the
that you guys all
feeling.
had kind of knockoff characters like I did, but if that's not the case, then
I had the feeling that that was what Jerry was talking about when he mentioned it, but
yeah.
What does
Well,
survival entail?
that's it. Well, my intention was you don't die except for the part where everyone dies.
Right.
Knowing my track record, I'd be so nervous about that. Because I die in blades all the freaking time. All the time.
Someone's asking in chat, when does the fling officially end? I don't know. We basically have what, 2 or 3 more sessions probably 3, because you figure we're not going to be able to flag all of. They're all fairly lengthy quests, so maybe even 4 sessions almost, huh?
yeah, I mean, I don't think we need specifically a end date yet. We might take a couple of cracks at the shroud. I don't know yet. But I mean, you'll clearly figure it out as soon as we start, like, when we're on the last one or something. It'll probably be a couple of weeks after that.
Okay.
Oh my god! I think I went into shock with with Jerry's suggestion. I like stopped running. I didn't go into
See,
the shroud to like run
I
to
think it's a
Meridia.
good idea. Maybe it's a terrible idea. Maybe it's the worst idea I've ever had. But I think it's kind of a great idea. But I don't want to do that if you guys actually have characters that matter and you're playing them
No,
on the
I think
stream.
I'll do it. I mean, I do have Bonnie View and everything, so I'll probably do it. But if like something happened to Primsy, I might probably re-roll her if she happened to get deleted forever.
Yeah, see, I don't know. Like I said, the idea of losing something, because you never know when the wind to change might happen. I'm one of those people who I never have a character on another server,
Well,
so
you know what you could do about that?
now I
Not
do.
die in the shroud.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, what are the odds that I would die in the shroud anyway?
I know this might
Worst
make me
case
be a more
scenario, I'll just run
responsible
away.
player.
Yeah.
That's true. You could always empty your bank first. But still, you're right. I don't want to do that if it's going to actually impact someone significantly. So maybe I'll switch it up. Because I do have some community things that I can give out to special occasions and special players, and you guys volunteering to live stream on the show for a year would most certainly qualify. And what do you think? You want to start with the cold chamber?
Oh sure,
Sure.
yeah.
So
You know
perhaps
me, I love all the
perhaps I
stuff.
could award a few special prizes at the end. Give you guys a little bit of like a certain community giveaway item to award that instead of killing you. So I could be nice instead of cruel.
Oh, he's a benevolent overlord.
Well, I
I
mean,
like the idea of deleting you better.
But he's a little evil.
like, I've always wanted one of those original shields. I've yet to get one.
Oh, you mean the Shield of Seer?
Whatever it is, I can't remember.
Would you like to see mine?
Shut up. Stab you.
Love you.
Uh-huh.
I could probably make that happen. That's exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about. Because that's in my purview to do without any problems, and it has no real in-game impact per se. They're all generally kind of useless stuff, except they look cool or look unique at least. And
I'm going to remind
there
you
go.
about the other talky place. So while we can hear and understand you in the in-game client, it is not as clear and as crisp.
I'm sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You are using the in-game chat, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Push to talk,
Yep.
push to talk.
See, I have 2 push to talks. One is B and one is F. Except at work, my B is the push to talk for TeamSpeak, and F is in game. And then at home, F is push to talk on TeamSpeak, and B is in game. So I get confused.
Yeah, I use V and F also, but on my little keyboard there, like one is above the other. So it can be a thing, but I just like to let people know that they're using the wrong ones if they are.
Perhaps it's time after 4+ years to actually correct that situation.
You know, whatever.
If only there was a way to rebind your keys.
Well, if there's a way that you could like export it and share it. Deadly Tiara.
But the other thing I was thinking of that we should totally do for the Shroud raid is after, the rules of the Shroud is after you die once, you take your clothes off. You die once in the Shroud, so we definitely need to fight Part 5 naked.
Well, yeah. Okay, so now typically how I do this is Team A stays up here and cleans up the mess, and Team B goes about the dungeon. However,
Yeah.
Sure.
we can do this however you guys want.
I am not in charge of getting us around the 2 towers, because I am not good at that.
Okay.
So, but I can certainly follow someone around the towers and kill trash. So why don't I be on Team A with you, Samus, and Lessa and Bonnie do trash here and then join us, and Vagabond, you could join us as well. That should work, right?
Probably. Are you guys
Me and
kosher
Prim-
with...
Me and Bonnie
saying-
are on trash detail.
Okay.
Let's
We're
go,
doing
Bonnie.
trash up here.
Yeah, we're on trash detail.
I think I'll stick for the trash too. I'm kind of made for it.
All right, that sounds good.
The crowding.
Okay.
Yep.
I was only going to suggest that someone who can do traps run along with the people who are doing stuff.
Oh, that's
Well,
fine. We'll figure it
I
out.
can do traps. I can come along. It's whatever you want to do.
Yeah, someone's going to need to do those traps, so you maybe should join us.
I'm coming.
Worst
Yeah,
worst
I
case
think-
scenario, I'll carry Jerry Stone through the dungeon.
Hey,
Since I'm basically 2 levels below you guys right now, Vagabond's gonna have to do the traps.
yeah, it was
Me
actually.
and Bonnie can handle this. Go with
Oh,
them.
I'm sure you can. I was actually going to say, Samus, I talked again on the live stream. I have a barbarian I rolled up on Wayfinder, and that guy is having a hard time dying. It's the tick regen and everything. It's actually one of my more survivable characters yet.
Yeah, Tobro was saying that because he looked at some of the changes and redid his barbarian, and he said he's enjoying it quite a bit.
If
so.
I get a heal crit, I am tick healing for like 118 points of damage, or 118 points. And then when I'm not critting, it's something like 27, 30, something like that. And that's perfectly acceptable for that level of ticking to keep alive, especially with all the other things that a barbarian has going for him.
Yeah, I haven't fiddled with him very much since the change. I haven't fiddled with anything really since the changes. I'm trying to figure out my sorcerer again, but no, I definitely think that I need to look around and, especially with all the different changes, figure stuff out again.
Oh, hey, I don't suppose you have removed poison, do you?
No, but I have this for next time.
Let's see. The other thing I was going to mention though is that I actually, with the Spring Fling ending, I'm not sure that 1:30 after the winter or the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream was always really the best time slot personally for this. So with that time slot opening up, not only is there room for someone else to do a show at this time, but I'm thinking about trying to rearrange my sort of work schedule a little bit. Not in terms of when I work, but in terms of what I do when, and create a Friday afternoon show because I really feel like that's something that, like say starting Friday 5 p.m. Eastern would be a great time slot for folks to just sort of tune in and hang out for a few minutes,
Yeah.
And so I think I'm going to do that with the Fling here ending. I haven't decided quite what I'm going to do yet. Like I said, we were talking about maybe a build show, maybe a crafting show. I've thought about, maybe while I'm developing that yet, just doing a short period where I'm doing a permadeath show. A couple of weeks until I die. That kind of thing.
Oh, you might have fun doing anything, really. I mean, as long as it doesn't interfere with Lessa and I's show, it's fine with me.
Oh, that's a
You're
good
welcome
point.
to have at it.
What time do you guys stream?
Well, your show's at 1:30 or something.
Yeah, we still go at the same time as we do here on Wednesdays.
You're always done by 5.
Yes, currently. Alright, I lost the remainder of Team B. Okay, so.
Sorry, I'm just in here killing drugs.
It's fine. When you get
I
a
picked
chance.
up a gold key, so I hope that's good.
That's good. That's very good.
I always
Alright,
skip
so
this part, so.
So when you get a chance, come back and proceed north to the tunnel.
I have never done this before, this quest.
Oh yeah?
Nope.
What?
This is one of the best quests of all time.
Nope. I've never shrouded. Nope.
Oh
I've never
my
done this
God.
quest. I've done a few of these quests before,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
this is one I haven't done.
You can ignore these mobs. Just come join me. See, that surprises me because I always kind of think of you as a pretty knowledgeable power gamer, and I would have thought that you would have run this.
I have never run this. Not this one. The other ones I've run a few times. But it's been a long time since I've ran any of these, quite honestly. Ooh. Got a box here.
Did you jump in the hole, Primsy?
I'm falling. I had to find my feather fall. I'm doing selective falling.
Oh, so speaking of power gamers noobing it up, Lessa. I cannot believe what I've been hearing from you in the recent weeks.
What
In
are you talking about?
You have had permadeath characters die at the hands of mimics?
Yeah, real low levels.
How is that? Oh, jeez.
Real low levels. Honey, when you don't have any money to buy acid resistance potions and you do not have ship buffs, that is the way of it.
But here's
You're
actually
gonna die.
Here's actually the reason I brought that up, though. So
Yes.
there was something you mentioned.
Because a more experienced permanent player should be able to handle that.
Well, I would think so.
At level 3, on elite quests, at level, with no acid resistance, I think not, sir. I think not.
Yeah, see, that was my question, because on the cocktail hour you had said that you were running into that while still in Korthos, but that shouldn't make any sense because you need to be at least level 3, or so does the
She
quest
was probably
modified to do it,
Treasury
so...
Speak or something on Elite.
I'm telling you that the quest was on elite, so that,
that would be level
underwater
3.
chest turned into that was a level 3 quest. That underwater chest turned into a mimic.
So you
It didn't kill me.
I had thought we had actually turned him off in Korthos and in the for level 3 and under, but perhaps I was mistaken and it's just level 3 and
I
under.
always do that, y'all. I went the wrong way.
Hey, I actually
it's like
got
a
the trap.
tradition.
I followed you too.
I know.
It's alright, I like the
just
force
going
trap
up,
parts.
right?
This is like one of those rules. Never follow me. Because I always go the wrong way, or I always do something dumb that is not good in following. I get distracted by pieces of candy on the floor and stuff.
Well, those guys are dead, so it's cool.
Where are you at, Samus? I'm trying to...
I'm at the top of the first tunnel.
Okay, I assume then you just sort of didn't kill as you went.
I killed the dangerous ones, aka the spellcasters.
Okay, I see it now.
The
I was
rest of
just,
them I ignored.
yeah, okay. I was just seeing some mobs, and so I thought perhaps I was in the lead.
Nope, you're all good. Everything respawns essentially. So, in my opinion, if you can help it, just move past it. Typically, I try to go through this place invisible.
Yeah, I don't
And then
disagree.
But now
this
I know what I'm
area
doing.
right here, you will almost always spawn an alert, typically pretty high.
Yeah, see, that's
So-
why I don't like that method, and certainly on Sirlana, you see it all the time. But I don't... I mean, I
Oh, if you're
understand what people
prepared
are saying,
for
but
it-
then you got dungeon alerts, someone falls off, then they've got to go back on their own, and the rest of the group isn't going to wait for them, and then next thing you know, you start hearing dings, and then things go south, and you're better off just killing trash as you go, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion.
Well, there's arguments to be had both ways.
I like what Seymour is saying in chat. I love how every group has the same archetypes playing. Someone who zergs, someone who flower sniffs, someone who you never follow. Which one do you think I am?
I'm like the Zerger you never follow. So I like two. 'Cause whenever I go the wrong way, I go there quickly.
Oh, man. Stupid scorpions. Oh. I suppose I could do something about that. I am, after all, a bard.
You gonna sing to the scorpions?
I did. They loved my song.
Yes, they are fiendish. They should have an intelligence of at least one. So we're redoing the shower, the upstairs shower right now, and yesterday we put the tiles up, and the wife was cleaning the mortar out from the leftovers and getting ready for grout. And because it's spring break, she likes to pick a thing to do every spring break, you know, as they like to do. We kind of decided we were going to do something, and then we started doing it, and it's like, all right, well, I still have my normal stuff to do. You know, I took yesterday off to work on the big part with getting the boards all cut and fitted, and then the tile actually up. And so she was cleaning. I'm like, well, all right, I'm gonna go do my thing. Well, she just came downstairs a little bit ago, like, so you're done helping? I'm like, no, I'm not done helping. I have to get these guys through this quest, or otherwise they'll probably never get it done. So,
You're not wrong.
you guys are helping me stay out of work. That's awesome.
Actually, you know, I bet Bonnie and Leslie, you could easily get through these two yourself. I'm not going to get through. Actually, you know, I have done this on my own several times, but it is certainly not going to be the most optimal way to get through the quest.
It's all good. We'll get through the quest.
I have your dog's stone, Vagabond.
Okay, I dismissed him already.
Aw. I picked him up in case you wanted to raise him.
Oh, I got webbed. That's no bueno. Ho
Uh-oh.
ho ho ho! I knew I shouldn't have stopped. Uh,
It's a Samus.
I know, right? That's what happens when you stop to kill the bad things. You just keep moving, the webs and land behind you.
Anyway, I'm up toward the locked door here.
Okay, just proceed all the way to the top of the tunnel.
Roger, roger.
Alright, Vag, do you know where you're going? You probably have no
Okay.
idea.
Everybody
Oh, hey,
discuss.
Primsy, you
I've
just
blinded a bat.
here's my stone. See me back here? Primsy.
Wait,
Alright,
where
right
are your
here.
stones?
I'm right behind you.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, let's just grab
Save
my
me.
stone. Keep making your way up there, Vagabond.
Maybe I should
And you're
kill
gonna
the
get
thing
to
that's shooting things at me.
Yeah, do that.
I'll
see
kill
where
this
I
bad person.
was.
Yes.
Okay, from there, make sure you have your feather fall on and jump straight across. Keep turning. There you go. Jump straight across there. And you're gonna land on, yeah, and you'll be able to make your way up. Be careful, there's a
I got
turn right
Jerry's
there that
stone.
has a tendency to try to bounce you off. Yeah, see right there? So you don't want to be super close when you make that particular jump.
Oh, that
Up
one
to the
stone,
ledge.
huh? Yeah, there's that one stone.
Yeah, it happens in two spots. Where he was and, oh, thank you, Brimsley. Where he was, and there's one other one.
I think it's back because I hit that several times too.
So for those who don't know, one way to help minimize that, assuming you're not a super great Twitch, person, is you can double tap sort of the forward key to climb up most of the rock ledges. And for some folks, they find, and I certainly am one of them, that you tend to fall off a lot less when you do that.
Alright, keep making your way uphill.
Okay. Leave the store.
Past that door.
Okay.
There you go, and jump up there. And keep
Jerry.
making your way around.
Jerry,
Yep.
are you watching the chat? Beefcake says,
Uh-huh.
your voice sounds very familiar. Did you used to host a GDO podcast a few years back?
Yep. Well, not everyone does it, but yes.
Xerxion in my
There you go.
chat says,
Keep making your way
Alessa,
up
she
there.
sounds frustrated.
All right. Yeah.
Do you feel frustrated, Lessa?
No, not at all. Not at all. Only I was ready to go to fight. I was ready to fight with Jerry. I was ready to go battle.
About mimics.
No, yes, about mimics.
Oh, so yeah. I mean, that's kind of back to that, though. I mean, I can understand, I guess, that if you were doing a level 1 quest on Elite and you are a first lifer because you're starting over and you get hit with acid, but isn't permadeath all about preparing for that stuff and you know it's going to be there?
Not necessarily. Sometimes it's the luck of the draw. And how much money do you have at level 3? Come on now. And plus, if you've got 5 other people with you, or 4 other people with you, do you really expect to be the one to get hit with the acid? No! Especially when you're not standing right next to the stupid chest! Anyway,
Alright.
it was still fun.
Sure.
I still had fun.
So you had actually answered.
I sprayed myself with mimic repellent.
Right, see, and I can actually answer a question related to that, because you had asked whether or not you had to open the chest for it not to become a mimic, and the answer to that is yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
but
what I
on
figured.
top of that, if someone else who does not have mimic bait, or who either has mimic bait or does not have the repellent on, opens the chest, then yes, it still has a chance to be a mimic. But if you are really concerned, particularly, say, maybe in a PD situation or whatever, if whoever has the mimic repellent should just open the chest, regardless of whether the whole party does, and they won't see any mimics. And, we kind of had a design decision there, because do you do the reverse and then have the potential for griefing? No, you don't really want to do that, so that's why we went with sort of the individual determination rather than, say, the other way around. Which would be that if someone had the mimic repellent, then nobody would get a chest no matter who opened it. And that's not better, really.
Yeah, it's not fair to the rest of the party, especially if they're not if they're wanting to collect all the motes and whatnot.
Okay, so the way that I do this quest, this shrine is a use it or lose it shrine. So, I'm going to use it. Does anyone else need a thing?
What's a thing?
A buff of some sort.
Yeah, a pre-shrine meal.
Alright, well, come on over here.
I'm opposite world. I always use the shrine when I run by it the second time.
No, we're
Oh,
not
we're
coming
not gonna
back
run
here.
by it second time?
No. I'm not coming back here. This is a one... We're coming by here exactly this one time, and everyone's running the other direction, so...
I am
See if
not
Well, why
stopping
don't
the
you
car.
use
We
the
are.
shrine then?
We're not. We
Yeah,
are not
put your
stopping.
makeup on in the
Yeah.
car.
Alright, you guys have gotten your pre-shrine dinner.
Yeah, thanks, Mary. Nice to see you here. Let's see. You guys know that Lamania is going to be up most likely tomorrow for Temple of Elemental Evil. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you've seen... Oh, Potion of Wonder.
Potions of blunder.
Yep.
Alright,
Yeah,
a
that'll
little
be
bit
cool,
of
though.
a fun fact for you here, Vagabond. You realize that, like, there's certain areas of the map where the dirt is darker than others to kind of simulate, like, a less stony area? Like, right here's a good one that's pretty easy to see. You want to try to stick to the rockier looking section of the path, because that is what spawns things to drop from the ceilings or the scorpions to crawl to the ground. Walking on the quote-unquote soft earth.
Man, I'm stinking it up today. I was stinking it up in the group at noon, too. This is just not my day.
That's all good, bro. Let's see. Somewhere in here I have my scrolls. There they are. Oh, you're already healed. Also, for those of you who are doing the quest without the aid of a trapper, if you can get the monster's attention, they will open the door for you, and they will not set off the traps. Also, if you give it about a 5-second count after opening the door, you can shoot through, even though you'll see the graphic, and that's pretty close to when there's actually no damage happening from the trap. So that's about a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5.
Do you know
About-
if that carries over to most of those kind of force traps?
I don't know if it's most of the force traps. I do know it's the ones in here. About that same 5 count is pretty normal for a lot of things, like the Abbott's Inferno. It's a 5 count, about that same speed. So I would say probably, like, if you count to 5 with the ands in there, then you're probably pretty good to cross most things. But like the spinny blade traps, those aren't correct. And of course the spike traps, you want to hit those when they're up. Run through the spike traps when they're up.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so the key to this quest now is hitting this rune. This rune is the nut. So the air jets for the first down tunnel.
Hey, actually, now is a great time for a tutorial, because I know I am not the only one who has struggled in this regard. What the heck are the air jets, and what do they do, and how do you use them?
Okay, sure. How about we go down a little bit, Jerry, while everyone else goes up. Just go down until you see me here. You'll see where the little
Oops.
crystals are green.
Where are you?
I fell down.
Okay.
Okay, so the first tunnel and the third tunnel are lined up on each other, right? So if you fall far enough down the third tunnel, this is the top of the first tunnel. And basically wherever there's a crystal, if you step on it, it'll air jet you back up about the same height, which is pretty conveniently roughly the same height as going from the bottom to the top, or the top of the other one to the bottom of the second one. So here you are. Now you've caught back up, essentially. You've gone from the top of one to the bottom of three. And those tunnels or the crystals and the air jets are activated all around the first one. Basically what was happening is, like you said, people would fall here in the third one while the rest of the group is tearing their way through part two, or the third tunnel, and they would not go back for them because it was just more effort than it was worth more often than not. Because before those little air jets, you'd have to go all the way through the dungeon again to save somebody. So, I mean, when they went back and they edited this quest to add those air jets, they simplified it quite a bit, but they also made it a lot more party friendly.
And what do you need to do to activate the air jets?
That rune that I lit at the very, very top, or the very, very bottom of the third tunnel.
Okay.
You just turn that on, it turns on the air jets. And I don't know what I did to this guy's mom, but he's not happy with me.
Or you could fall a lot, just like I do.
Well, and it's fine. I mean, especially now, since you're not having to run all the way through the quest again, there's not a significant penalty for falling. Alright, when you get to the top, you'll see a not locked door, and that's the first door we're going to enter.
And if I recall correctly, this is the Stone of Doom.
The Stone of Doom. No, this one's actually not bad.
Okay, no, is it the one of the other tunnel then? There's one of them right towards the top here, which is historically...
It's a little bit further up. It's on this tunnel, but it's like the second to the last jump. I know which one you're talking about. I'll point it out as we go by there. Alright, so let's go have a conversation with Froki. Or whatever this guy's
Conversation
name is.
over.
I love it.
Kill him with flame turret.
Our conversation, you might say, was electric.
Alright, so,
It's
Bag,
electric.
once you've looted your chests, now we're going to go all the way back down. We're going to intentionally jump off of the thing that we've been climbing up this whole time to go land at that very, very first locked door that we passed. And now, all sorts of crap is going to respawn along these tunnels.
Alright, I forgot I still was out of spell components. No invisibility for me.
We're going down from here, right, Samus?
Yep. You're going
Okay, that's what I
down
thought.
until you'll want to land near one of the green crystals that kind of shoots out in the middle, and I'll kind of stand there.
Well, there is one all the way at the bottom, right? If you happen to need it.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes, there's one all the way down at the bottom. And what we want to do is we want to unlock this door, and we get the key from the chest.
That Frocky's chest that we just did.
Oh yeah, it was the other guy. This one's Frocky. The other one is
Oh, okay.
Behaddies or whatever. I get all their names
Yeah.
confused.
Benadil, or whatever. So, the Wile E. Coyote has a question. My question is, can you activate the second set of jets? Do you understand what he's asking there?
There are jets located kind of in a middle spot, and I've never actually got them open, so I don't think so. But it could be that there is a way, and I just don't know what it is. I was in
what
the
the
middle of
heck?
healing you.
Oh man, who killed me? How did that happen?
I think it was a ball lightning from the guy.
Oh, yeah, from the theurge up there.
Yeah. As soon as I get Froakie down here, I will
Now,
raise
I
you.
just gotten webbed, and I have freedom of movement on.
It's true. My
Doesn't
understand.
stop.
Yeah. Doesn't
That doesn't
stop
stop
physical
that
web.
anymore. Now, if you had Flaming Shield Fire, it's supposed to. 'Cause you burn away the webs from your feet.
You know, I never even thought of that. That's a good idea.
Okay, so now what we want to do, that we have gathered the second key, we're going to take an air jet to the top of the first tunnel, which there's conveniently enough one right outside the door.
And how do you
So-
know that you're at the top of the first tunnel? Was that same section where we just were, that you can't really go up any further?
Correct.
So, there we go.
So just
Yeah.
pick a spot, and like I said, you could just take those air jets whenever you see them up, and you will you'll kind of reach a point where you'll find one at the very, very top, like Janet is bouncing up and down on one. You actually want to not take that one.
Okay.
Is it
This
red?
is the top. This tunnel right here is the top. No, it's also green, but there's the tunnel that you can look at it. There's no more up unless you take an air jet. So let's see, who do we have? We got a quick head count. It looks like everyone's here except for the ladies.
Yeah, I'm running up the.
And I see
Excuse me?
Primsy.
Hello?
You have a wiener, darling.
Fuck off. Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry. Sorry, Jerry.
Wait, I'm a lady.
It was a joke.
Right? Primsy's the only lady, and I assume
okay.
Yeah, Primsy.
her
Wait,
pet.
but you were there. You're not a lady?
I'm not a lady, darling. I am.
You
I'm
are a lady. You're
transgender
she
now.
Samus, obviously.
Transgendered Samus. See, she Samus. That's
So,
the
a
new.
lady.
That's the new rage. Huh?
Transgendered Samus.
No. Where's everybody? Why? Okay, you guys are following me.
I'm
Sure,
following
transgender.
Vagabond.
This character identifies as Shim.
All right.
There,
Which
how's that?
which one of these gates are we doing? Do you remember?
You want to go north.
Left?
Left. All right.
All right.
I chose the one that I didn't want to go through.
Yeah.
And it
See,
was
I've
right.
done that several times, especially while soloing, and then I end up kind of being lost, and I'm like, oh man, now where do I need to go? But that's really, I think the trick to really learning this successfully, sort of, as a player, is to know when to drop down to that first locked door, and then to kind of know which tunnel you're in. If you can figure those two things out, you're largely going to be all right.
Pretty true. Also, if you're very lucky, you'll be able to use the heads for the traps as a guide. Alright, so now that we're in the second tunnel, we want to just go up to that locked door where we will encounter our third obstacle. This is where I died because of that stupid web.
How many
Man,
of you-
Vagabond, how can you see through that thing?
Okay-ish. It is a bit of an obstacle, but it's not terrible.
Yeah. So how many of you have run this quest only to realize that you didn't have your feather fall on?
Oh,
You
I'm
can
only
do it
doing
without
right now.
Featherfall. Alright,
'Cause,
so
like-
about where I'm at, Vag.
I'm having to make tough choices because it's choosing between wearing a Featherfall item and wearing my blur item.
Ah.
This is one of those spots that can be tricky because of this angled thing right here. It's
Yeah.
angled rock. So you want to here, you want to jump up this direction, not against
Someone just
that
got me
rock.
bad exterminator experience. Thank you.
All right, so it looks like a team has gone into the tunnel. So everyone who's not inside the door, be wary of the respawns.
Oh, that's a
All
good
right,
point.
so go get that backpack there, Vagabond. Oh, the gelatinous
A
cube.
gelatinous cube.
I was so irritated the last time I did this quest the other day. The gelatinous cube was a champion. I was like fingering
Nice.
it, deathing, and powered killing. I could not kill it. I'm like, what is wrong with this thing? Never not been able to just do it before. Well, it's because it was a champion and didn't realize. So my Sork had to sit there for ages.
Him.
But if you're one of those insane people who want to get the biggest bonus, this is the place to kind of do it. Leave that gelatinous cube alive back and stand here in the dirt, and the bats will just continuously respawn. And you can get all your kills in or whatever they're called.
Holy conquest, Batman.
That's the words.
You know, this is actually a section where I have seen parties wipe. Is coming out of this area into all these casters and that. Perhaps they're not prepared or what have you. And if you just sort of run out there, you can get taken down pretty quick.
Well, especially in Elite with scaling,
Yep.
the the
I'm
ball
actually live
lightnings
Janet.
streaming
do a
right
Oh,
now.
ton of
Janet.
damage.
Oh, Janet. Oh, she's just so excitable.
What you don't want to do
Alright.
is leave something alive and then get to the end of the quest and realize why it's not completed.
Alright, well, it's ticked off, so
For
let's
sure.
jump back down.
All right,
And
where are
this
we
is
headed
where
now?
now we're going to go to the bottom or the top of the first tunnel. So this is where, like I said, the way I do the quest, I avoid that shrine. So basically, instead of going all the way through the second and running through the quest, we're just going to go back to the air jets. We're just going to air jet straight to part 3.
It's good advice.
And shaves about 15 or 16 minutes off the quest sometimes.
So
Depending
I
on.
often see people not run this on Elite just because they want to get through it quick and easy and not have to worry about some of the things we're telling you about, other than figuring out where to go and what to do. The thing about doing this to note is most people, you at least need to do this if you want to flag for the shroud. So you have to do it, and you need to get the thing, the
Which means normal or
yeah,
better.
yeah, which exactly, you know, you can technically run it on casual, but by doing that, you only have a chance to get one of these things. So if, you know, perhaps a chance is not good enough for you because you just want it one and done, then you should at least do normal.
Primsy, you lost, darling.
Yeah, I'm off somewhere.
Okay. What was the last place that you were with everybody
I'm
else?
I'm probably in the old-fashioned way.
Okay, so you're
Because
going
I'm
up.
on autopilot. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. If you're on autopilot and you don't want to back up, then we'll meet you at the end.
You'll probably reach the end 15 to 20 minutes before I will.
Well, give or take.
But it's cool because I already have it from the end chest. So if you guys finish before I do, it's cool.
But you have the gold key, darling.
Oh, for the extra chest. Ooh. Ooh. Crap.
That's all right. You'll get there. And this will probably have to be where I call it here in a few minutes after this quest.
Yeah, me too.
I need to go get with the grouting.
I need to do release notes for tomorrow's Lamania.
Yeah. Also, here's another tip for you. As you make your way through the tunnel, you're going to notice all sorts of little gems on the ground. I don't know how true this is, but I do believe it to be a fact that if you pick these up before you do the first door up here to get the first key, when the things respawn, there will be additional monsters spawned where those crystals should be.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yes. I've definitely noticed less monsters when you don't pick those up.
I suppose it's possible. I mean, normally the monster generator would not, like, what creates the monster is not at all the same thing of, like, what's going to make a gem, but I suppose if it was deliberately done for some reason.
Like I said, I don't know who did this quest, and I don't know if it's true, but Alright, right there's that space that you're talking about, Jerry.
Yes. And so people will do what I am about to do but not do, which is I can't move, I'm going to hit the space key to jump. And if then you jump and you get flung back, and next thing you know, you're running down the passage.
Correct. It is a tricky
Yep.
one.
So
So
back
either
up
step
and do
back
your
and jump through it. Yeah. Alright, who are we missing still? Vagabond is making his way up there. He's
I
pretty
went
close.
back and I'm coming up behind you.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
That's the one he was just talking about. So step.
Back it up, back it up.
Yeah, see how that kind of bounced you around?
Yep.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's do it.
Indeed.
And I typically pull things back to this archway just a little bit. So I can kind of step behind things when I start to notice him throwing fireballs and whatnot. There we go.
Nice
the rest of this quest is
earthquake.
easy.
Yeah, you know, I've not really
Earthquakes
played
for everyone.
I have not really played a druid, but I may have to do that for Earthquake, because Earthquake looks like fun.
They're pretty good. Alright.
Hey, Primze, come open this chest with your key.
I'm almost there.
Come on, baby.
I see the door.
I like it. Slacker XL says Samus just wants everyone else to leave the jumps for him.
That's
Oh, it's
probably
possible.
true.
You can mail the gems
Yeah,
to
one
Samus on
piece
Solana
of pie.
server.
Indeed. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Shav wrote
I
that.
get the ribbon for I showed up.
You made it. And you brought the key,
He made it
which
with the
is very
key,
important.
and we got loot, so I'm not complaining.
I got one of the greatest crafting ingredients in GDO history, the chipmunk funk.
Yeah.
Because the more you think about it,
Funky chipmunk.
Hey,
Alright,
Vagabond,
kids.
you got a D-door?
I do.
oh,
not.
I've got a D-door. Oh,
Oh,
except I just
go ahead.
recalled
Throw it.
out. I just recalled
Oh,
out. So.
blasphemy! Dang.
Ah, it's no problem.
Oh, well,
Alright.
what are you gonna do?
So I'm going to go ahead and take off. I appreciate it. Lessa, do all the plugs as necessary for us. I appreciate it.
Yep, sounds good. Thanks for being here, Samus.
Later, guys.
All right, so
Cheers.
that
User
is the
disconnected from
Spring
your
Fling.
channel.
Don't forget to follow us on twitch.tv/DDO stream if you would like to be notified when this show goes live, along with our other shows. You can also follow us on Twitter at DDO Unlimited. Lessa is Lessa101. Bonnie is Bonnie Bew, BONNIEBW. Vagabond, I don't think you've got a Twitter that you really use publicly. You
do
can
not.
also find more about Lessa's stuff on DDOCocktailHour.com. Same with Samus Garobo. And what else should I add? Twitch pages is Lessa101, Bonnie Bew, and Samus Garobo, SAMIUSGUROBO. And anything else we should plug? Anyone think of anything? No?
Nope.
All right, that's going to do it then for the Spring Fling this week. We will see you back here next week when we continue with our Shroud flagging as we near the end of a show here. And I really appreciate you guys all joining us. Thank you very much. See you again soon.